And a nice ass bathroom, nice ass shower, marble floors on the floor and shit like that, hot ass water. That shit make me happy.
All right, Lil Tecca, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Congrats on your album Tech that dropped last year.
Thank
Big
you
deal
so
for
much.
you. Of course, of course. And I noticed you only had two features on the album. You had Ken Carson and you had Kodak Black.
Yeah.
Is there any reason why you didn't have anyone else on it or why you chose those two artists?
Really, because in my opinion, all my best albums have the least features. So I just really wanted to showcase what I could do on there more than what I could do with other people.
Right.
The Heaven on Earth song, I made that song on my own. And I was like, okay, this might be fire with someone else on it. And Kodak was the person that I chose to send it to.
Yeah.
And the song with Ken, we ended up just making that in the studio and it ended up on my album.
Is there any memorable experience you had that helped you write this album?
I feel like each song in itself was a memorable experience because you gotta remember, even though there's 16 songs on the album, it took me 300 songs to get those 16. So
Okay. Damn.
each one of those songs was very special in this. I was in a very special mindset when I made it to it be on the album.
If you could describe the album maybe in one sentence, what would be that description?
It's just vibes. It don't matter what vibe you're looking for, the vibe is there.
It's just vibes. It's my favorite description for anything, pretty much.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song off the album?
500 pounds.
How come?
It's the most special to me off the album, and it sounds the most unique, especially looking at my catalog as a whole. That song, I did something I haven't done before.
All right. What's the 500 pounds represent?
From a sonic standpoint, risk taking from context of my career, that song is a risk take because it's not, it doesn't go along with a lot of other stuff that I've made. So
Right.
really just risk taking, trying to push forward.
You could have 500 pounds of anything. What would it be?
Money.
Money? I wonder
Yeah.
how much money that would actually be because money is not very heavy. So I'm like, how much money would 500 pounds be? Unless you had a 500 pounds of coins.
Yeah, nah, that wouldn't be a lot. As
Gold
much as
coins.
money. It wouldn't be as much as money. That
Gold
would be
coins
fine.
would be, that'd be
Yeah, that
fire.
would be fine.
Or gold blocks.
Facts. But you wouldn't get a lot of gold blocks though before it's 500 pounds.
You have kind of a history with Toronto. You have a show in Toronto on February 28th. Do you have any message for your Toronto fan base?
The Toronto shows are always really crazy. Very, very crazy. And they're always my biggest shows. So I'm really excited to go back. I feel like it's gonna be fire.
And you had kind of a Toronto era. Do you believe that played a role in your current success?
No. Most of the people that know about that situation um are from really back then. You know what I'm saying? And back then I had like 15,000 followers. I
Yeah.
was like 14. And the only songs I had out at the time were Rags to Riches, My Time, and everything before that. It definitely got me through the door.
Yeah.
It definitely was an opportunity to have a bunch of eyes on me that I wouldn't have on me if I didn't take that chance. But to play a part in my career today, no.
Did you have any good food in Toronto while you were here?
I had this burger place. I think it was called Happy Burger. It was
Ooh, I've
fire.
never heard of it.
They had like a banana pudding. That's what really got me. It was like, okay, they got a banana pudding and like smash burgers at the same place. This is kind of
Ooh.
fire.
Was that downtown?
It was either Happy Burgers or
Uh,
Rudy's. I don't know who
Rudy's
getting the
is good.
shout out that not supposed to, but it was
Yeah.
one of them.
Banana pudding. Man, I
Yeah.
need to try that because okay, this is kind of crazy, but I do like baby food. So I don't eat it like often, but I will have it if it's around. But
What
the
does that
banana,
taste like?
there's a banana one and it's just mushed banana and it's just kind of maybe a little bit
It's like
sweeter.
applesauce or something?
I don't really like apple things other than actual apple,
Yeah.
but they have different flavors. So sometimes it's banana mixed with strawberry and it's just banana strawberry mush. But
Yeah.
I don't know, something about it. I really enjoy it. So I feel like I'd love this banana pudding you're talking about.
Oh, it's fire. I ain't gonna lie, it's fire.
Do you have your lyric book on you by any chance?
I do not.
Why not? I feel like you would take that
Because
anywhere in case inspiration came up.
because when my album, I ain't touched my album after I only wrote that book for that album. Like for Tech,
Okay. Mhm.
like I ain't touch it after that.
Okay. So you wouldn't have one for the next project or for any up and coming project? Did you have it specifically for the album or were you
Yeah,
just writing?
I bought it specifically for that album. So like
Okay.
the first songs are like the first like songs I was writing for that album.
It kind of looks like a Death Note. Have you seen Death Note?
Yeah, it
Is
kind of
it,
does.
did you do that on purpose or
Nah, not
what's,
really. I didn't really
yeah.
do it on purpose, but it kind of does.
Do you watch any other anime other than Death
Like,
Note?
Hunter was like the first one that really got me.
Yeah.
And Danganronpa, that one was really fire to me.
Hunter x Hunter is crazy. I've done a Hisoka cosplay before.
Oh,
Just for
word?
the aesthetic, just for the aesthetic, not for the character himself.
That's kind of crazy.
Aesthetic only. Would you ever cosplay?
I'm definitely not.
But in an alternate world, if you could be a character, is there anyone you would want to embody like that?
Crollo.
Crollo? Crollo would be sick. You'd have to do something new with your dreads, though. You kind of have to, like, I guess, pin it back.
Yeah, I have to do some other shit for real.
I kind of wanted to talk also about your dreads, though, like your lock journey.
Yeah,
What is your daily routine to just like maintain your locks?
just like a spray bottle with some water and some oil.
Keep it
Bonnet.
simple.
Yeah,
Bonnet. Yeah.
bonnet. Yeah, I got my bonnet right here.
Cute. We got cheetah print.
Yeah,
You have a Valentine's Day coming up. Do you have a Valentine?
I do have a Valentine's.
Up
I got
until this point, what is the nicest thing you've done for someone you cared about?
just be real, like yeah, just be like useful. I'm not useless. Like I'm like I have use. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I feel like that's the best quality anyone could have is to be
Hmm.
useful.
You mentioned before that you wanted to be a heart surgeon.
Yeah,
Do you think you would have pursued that in a different life? Like for real?
100%, 100%. Because as a kid, I was just looking up like who made the most money and shit like that. The only downside was that they got to be in school for like 10 years, and then they
Yeah.
got to do like a program where they like shadowing a real thing for like I don't know how many years or whatever, and then they get a chance to really get the bag. And I
Yeah.
was down for all of that.
Mhm.
And you got to remember too, I'm not like academically sound.
Yeah.
Like I'm a D student, like when it comes to books. But when it comes to real world logic, I'm an A plus.
Yeah. So you're more right brain than left brain.
I don't know what that means, but
I have one last question for you. What makes you happy?
health, good health,
Hmm.
like just being able to wake up and feel right. And before I go to sleep, feel right.
Is there anything you do to maintain your health?
I be trying to eat on time, um, balance my vices, drink water, exercise,
I said that
and
was
a
a
nice ass bathroom, nice ass shower, marble floors on the floor and shit like that, hot ass water. That shit make me happy as hell too.
just having that whole setup.
Yeah, I swear to God, a nice bathroom with a nice shower, that's my vibe.
You're not a baths person? Like baths
Hell
versus
no, I
no?
don't take baths. I take
Showers only.
showers. Only
Oh,
showers. Hot ass showers.
damn,
But
you're
one
not
thing
trying.
I do hate though, I hate the shower, the water head that be at the top because my hair get wet every time.
That's a black person's worst nightmare. That you go
Yeah.
into a hotel and you see that, you're like, why are you against us?
And
You know
I
what I mean?
don't like showers that got more than 4 knobs. Like you gotta figure out how
Mm.
to turn it on. One is for the
Yeah,
pressure, one is for the heat, one is to turn it on. I don't like that
yeah.
either.
And it's like when it does have those ones, you always do cold water at the
Yeah,
highest pressure. That's why
yeah.
I always put it on before I step in because I'm not trying to be attacked.
Nah, definitely, definitely,
Exactly. All right.
definitely.
Well, Lil Tecca, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure talking to you. Of
Thank you for having me.
course, and look forward to when you come to Toronto. Remember, if you do go to Rudy's, it's right by the Much Studio, so you have to come say hi.
Say no more.